This video is brought to you by Squarespace.
Hey photographer, Jessica Whitaker here, and we are going to be running through a list of all of the computer programs, software, tools, resources, websites that I have been using this year in my photography business. We're going to primarily focus on workflow and Instagram, but I do have some random miscellaneous programs that have changed the game for me. Everything that I mentioned will be linked in the description box below. Before we get into the video, I want to thank our sponsor, which is first, I suppose, the first tool on this list, Squarespace. Squarespace is where I host my website. It's where my website is built. I just actually had my website redesigned. It's custom coded. I'm so happy with it. They're making this video possible.
A photo speaks 1,000 words, but a polished and professional portfolio can get us those $1,000 clients. Enter Squarespace, the all-in-one platform for websites and domains. Photographers, it's time to be done settling for slow-loading websites with tedious plugins. I trust Squarespace's all-in-one platform to keep me booked and busy. Pick from one of their dozens of contemporary drag-and-drop layouts, host your custom domain and email with them, and even conduct successful email campaigns. Everything you need to run a successful photography business under their umbrella and at your fingertips. You can head to squarespace.com to begin your free trial, and when you are ready to launch your beautiful professional website, you can go to squarespace.com/Jessica Whitaker to get 10% off of your first purchase of a website or a domain.
First up, we have workflow tools. Number one, Narrative. It's a blog tool. So I use the blog feature on my Squarespace site for my galleries. So with Narrative, it is a blog builder. You can build out your whole blog post, arrange the images however you would like, and then it's going to create a code for you that you paste onto the blog, and then with that code it generates the entire collage, but it doesn't upload as just one big image file. Every single image is individual, so it's great for Pinterest as well as SEO. There's lots of different tools within the Narrative program. The best part is it starts at $6 a month, and I believe the most expensive plan is $12 a month. It's such a time saver, and it works for almost any website platform, not just Squarespace. Next up is my client management program, and it is HoneyBook. HoneyBook offers tons of tools, but the main one is automating the booking process. So from an initial inquiry in your contact form to sending the contract and having your client sign the contract, to having them pay a deposit, to having them pay the final installment, the whole process, you can set up a system per subject, so one for weddings, one for seniors, and then your clients are funneled through this whole process. So you're not having to go back and forth with them. The whole system is automated. HoneyBook is the most expensive of all of the programs I'm sharing, and I will have a 50% off coupon down below as well as a 14-day free trial. HoneyBook also provides free contract templates, model release forms in the program. However, I wouldn't go for these. Instead, I would seek out contracts that have been drafted by a lawyer and peer reviewed by other lawyers. And so that is where our next tool comes in, which is Contractista. This will be linked down below. Whether you need a contract for portraits, weddings, cancellation, rescheduling, or if you are kind of branching out into doing any kind of coaching, maybe you do graphic design, maybe you are going to start freelancing as a social media manager, you need the legal documents to back you up. And so Contractista is where you can go to get these templates that have been created by a lawyer. With these templates, you can easily pop them into HoneyBook and have it still automated, and a portion of the sales from Contractista goes to fight human trafficking. The next program I want to talk about is maybe the one I've been using for the longest, and that is WeTransfer. It's how I deliver my images to clients. I used the free version for years and years and years, and the free version can send up to 2 gigabytes of files. What I like about WeTransfer is that it's so user-friendly. Your client's great-great-grandmother could download the images. It doesn't require a login, a username, or password for you or for your client. All they have to do is click the link and it will automatically download to their computer as a zip file. Now let's move into the apps for Instagram. Number one is the Unfold app for story planning. Unfold actually just got purchased by Squarespace, which is pretty cool. They've added a lot of new features, including like a brand kit, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But with Unfold, you can create story templates, and I do use it for most of my story templates. So if you wanted to add different text or fancy border, you can do all of that within the app. But what I like most about Unfold is that I can actually create different folders for different stories, and I use that for planning out my stories. My favorite app for building out story templates and making them really pretty is called StoryLuxe, but it's not as intuitive as Unfold, which is a bummer. I think that StoryLuxe has better overall options for frames. They have tons of beautiful like fake film frames, and you can get really creative. They have like 20 times more options than Unfold for templates, but it's not as organized and user-friendly in the same way that Unfold is. However, I do use it to do a lot of my templates. Last up is the app called InShot. I love InShot mostly for editing video on my phone, whether that's Instagram Reels, any kind of story that requires any kind of trimming up, speeding up, adding music to it. InShot also offers photo editing, more so in adding text to your image, collaging it, not so much making it super pretty, but they do have lots of options for like background and text and font. In a similar vein, I have discovered Canva, and Canva is basically like Photoshop Lite for dummies. I am not skilled at graphic design, but I know what I like, and Canva helps me execute graphics. But what I love about Canva is you not only can create a graphic for Facebook dimensions, Instagram dimensions. When you have Canva Pro, you can plug in all of your branding colors, all of your fonts. You can upload the fonts if you have a specific other ones that are outside of Canva. You can upload your logos, and then that speeds up creating the graphics. I want to end the video with a random software that has really helped my business, and it is Clean My Mac. I have a 2014 MacBook Pro baseline model, so it has the most basic amount of storage and memory, RAM, whatever. The operating system is slow basically, and it's older. But I really like the computer, and I don't want to invest in a new computer. It's just not necessary. The one I have works fine. It is pretty slow, and so I started looking into programs that would help me free up space on my computer that I just could not locate. So I downloaded this program, and I've used quite a few. I've also used, and I like Daisy Disk, but Clean My Mac is just so much better. It goes way deeper, and you do have to pay for it, but if you have an older MacBook like myself and you don't want to upgrade it, maybe you want to upgrade it, but it's not in the budget right now, I totally recommend trying this out because it really has sped up the performance maybe by 50%. The computer is still slow. I could still do with maybe, you know what, since we're at the end of the video, we can get a little bit more chatty. Does anyone know if you can just add memory or RAM? I don't know what the word is for computer, making it run faster. Can you add that to MacBooks? Because I would totally do that versus have to buy a new one eventually. Anyways, Clean My Mac has been really, really helpful for just running my business, literally running it on the computer. I make photography videos on YouTube for free every single week, so be sure to hit subscribe and turn on the bell to be notified when a new tutorial for your business comes out. And you can also find me over on Instagram at Jessica Whitaker. That's where I share daily tips, tools, and resources for your photography business. You can also join the free, encouraging, kind, and inclusive photography community on Facebook. It's called Build and Bloom. And if you like my style of teaching, chances are you would love my photography business masterclass. I teach you in 6 hours how to start and scale a photography business in your own backyard, regardless of what your schedule looks like. I believe in you, and I believe in your business, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.